Good.
That took forever. Okay, I'm gonna start now because we can probably cut this stuff out. And if not, hopefully it's charming.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Hi. Hi there. Hi there, it's Laura from Laura Wombwell Photography, and now from the Southwestern Ontario Pet Collective. I'm so excited. This is Kipper. He's less excited because he just woke up. And today, joining me to help introduce this brand new collective is my partner, Steve, who has a much lovelier voice to listen to than I do.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I think so. So he is going to flip the script today and interview me so that we can get the word out about this brand new pet collective that I am trying to get rolling. I'm super, super excited to share this with all of you. So Steve, let's get going.
Okay, well, let's get right to the good stuff. The pets, right? Now you've shown us Kipper, but what else can you tell us about our pets?
So currently we have two pets, Kipper, who is about a 10-year-old Boston Terrier Chihuahua mix. He was a rescue from Grand River All Breed Rescue. He is a grumpy little old man. He loves to sleep all day and grumble at his sister Bree. Bree is a Pomeranian crossed with a chainsaw. She's about 6, and she was also a rescue that we got from Loyal Rescue.
I can confirm all of this information, especially the chainsaw part about Bree. She is a chewer. So, what you bring to the Southwest Ontario Pet Collective is that you yourself are not only a pet owner, you're a pet photographer. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got started in that business?
Yeah. So before we even moved to Guelph, when we were living in Toronto, we had a Papillon. She was puppy mill rescue, super, super shy, nervous dog. And as she got into her golden years after we'd moved to Guelph, I realized we didn't have any good photos of her. And so at the time, my mom had like a Canon Rebel. So I said, Mom, can I borrow your camera? I want to take some pictures of Stella. And I got the bug. I dabbled in photography a little when I was younger, but taking pictures of the dog who was my soulmate just really set me down a path. Having those photos of Stella after she passed was invaluable to me. And I realized I wanted everyone to be able to have memories of those moments with those dogs who, mean the world to you. And so I've been active with Laura Wombwell Photography for about 3 years now. Lots and lots of practice before then, as Steve, I'm sure, can attest. But photographing other people's dogs for about 3 years now. And just recently, like literally 2 nights ago, I decided that I wanted to reach out to the greater pet community here in Southwestern Ontario and learn about what your pets are doing, learn about what kind of businesses there are out there to support our pets, and ways that we can engage with each other with our pets, and really just getting to know people and building connections.
Yeah, and so with the collective, who can join?
Anybody, everybody, all your pets, you, everyone in the whole wide world in Southwestern Ontario. This is for people who have pets, people who love pets, people who have pet-based businesses, people who run rescues, people who run rescue supportive organizations. If it has to do with pets and you live in Southwestern Ontario, this is for you. It gives you a chance to put some faces to names and get to know those people who make up this amazing community that we live in.
And what kinds of conversations do you want to get started within the collective?
So I have a ton of ideas. I am hoping to get started with a few different things right out of the gate. So I've reached out to some of the rescues that I routinely support, and I'm hoping to do both spotlighting the rescues and the work that they do, as well as maybe some animals who have been lingering in foster care or waiting for adoption for a little bit too long. I've reached out to some local vets to hopefully help answer maybe some common questions or dispel some of the myths out there about veterinary care, and to get to know your vets as people instead of just, as doctors looking at your pets, because they're pet lovers too, and let's get to know them. As well, I want to reach out to local pet-based businesses, get to know the person who runs your local pet food store, people who are making bandanas and leashes and collars, and people who are running training programs. As well, I have reached out to some of my very favorite local Instagram pets, so we'll get to know those guys too. So if any of these things apply to you, or you just really want to chat with me, I'd love to chat with you.
So, if someone were interested in getting to know you and getting involved in the collective, what would be the best way for them to get involved?
Join the collective on Instagram or Facebook, absolutely. I've set up a Facebook group. It'll be open to whoever wants to join, and we'll be posting our video content there as well as on Instagram. I've also set up a website, which is SWOpetcollective.com. All of the video posts will be shared as video blogs there, so you can check it out on the web. But definitely joining on social media is going to be the best way to stay up to date on what we're doing, as well as the best way to reach out if you're interested in getting interviewed or getting to know folks.
All right. Now I have something a little bit fun to do here. Now that I've got you here, Laura, and I think I know the answer to most of these questions, but I'm prepared to be surprised as well. I have a bit of rapid fire question and answer if you're up for that.
Sounds great.
Okay. First, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
You're a dog person. We knew that. And your favorite breed of dog?
Okay, at one time, I would have said Papillon because Stella was a Papillon, but in spite of myself, I will now say Chihuahua. I want a bunch of those little jerks.
It's funny because growing up, I always wanted a big, manly dog, and we've ended up having these little guys who have just totally snuck into my heart, and now I'm a small dog person for life, I think.
Yeah.
And what would you say your pet's favorite treat is?
Oh man, anything that stinks. Brie will eat anything. Brie will eat cucumbers off the vine. Brie will eat basically anything you give Brie, Brie will eat. Kipper's a little bit more discerning. I would say Kipper's favorite treats are probably beef lung and tripe. Any of the like raw dehydrated treats, he goes nuts for.
And can confirm that the tripe is super gross, and smells really bad, and they're really into it. Um, would you say that your pet is A, full of beans, B, full of dreams, or C, full of farts?
So Brie is definitely full of beans. That girl has some energy.
Mhm.
Kipper alternates between being full of dreams because he's a Chihuahua and he sleeps 20 hours a day, and also full of farts.
Okay. And if money were no object, what would be the one thing you would do to spoil your pets?
That is a great question. So as you know, Steve, because we live together, we recently watched The Pack on Prime TV, and it was all of these people traveling around the world and doing incredible things with their pets. And that would be amazing. I would love to travel with our pets. I would love for them to experience different places. I think Brie would love the Swiss Alps, just like running through snow, and having us fighting to keep up with her. I think Kipper would be happy in like a fancy hotel.
Yeah. I think if you brought Kipper along to some sort of like, yeah, like the pack or an amazing race type scenario, you just basically have to keep him in a baby Bjorn strapped to your chest. Like he wouldn't do anything for himself.
No, not at all.
And if your pets could talk, what would you think they would say was their favorite thing about you?
Um, so for Bree, I think she would say that she likes that I play with her. Bree
Mhm.
loves to play. Bree loves getting attention, and she has chosen me as her person. So I think that physical touch that Bree and I get to share is probably her favorite thing about me. For Kipper, it is 100% my body heat. He just loves to be snuggled in anywhere. He's one of those dogs where if you sit on the couch and you think you're alone, 2 seconds later, you'll have a little chihuahua bum touching you and you'll be like, how did you get there? So body heat for Kipper, a number one.
Okay, and the final question. This is a good one. If your pet were portrayed by a human actor in a film, who would play the part of Kipper or Bree?
So I think Bree would be played by a beautiful blonde, let's say Drew Barrymore. And Kipper would 100% be Joe Pesci.
Oh yeah, like full on casino Joe Pesci for sure, because he's so grumpy.
Grumpy. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for interviewing me, Steve.
A
Uh,
pleasure to be here
you
because
did
I'm in the same house as you.
you did an awesome, awesome job. And I can't wait for more interviews. So this is Laura from Laura Wombwell Photography. And now from the Southwestern Ontario Pet Collective. I cannot wait for us to get this community rolling. I cannot wait to get to know you folks. And I hope that you and your pets have an awesome day.